One of the big reasons I came to Georgetown is because I heard that the speakers program was second to none.
The speakers program here at Georgetown is unparalleled. Since JSA is a nonpartisan organization, we hear from a wide variety of so many speakers coming from all ends of the political spectrum.
The morning that we went to the White House, I was told that I was going to be introducing the Chief of Staff of the President, Josh Bolten.
We're also hearing from the President's speechwriter today, which would be interesting.
Yesterday we talked to about 6 different senators.
I've never seen 6 senators in my life, let alone 6 senators in the space of 3 hours. We had speakers voting on the Senate floor, running up, speaking to us for 30 minutes, fielding some pretty tough questions, and then they would, leave and go vote some more.
And then today we're going to be talking here at Georgetown with some different people from Department of Defense, including one of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. It can be a little overwhelming to meet so many important people, but it's really great.
You'll take trips here to Capitol Hill to meet with policymakers and to not just hear them talk about what they do, their backgrounds and their lives, but to actively engage them, to ask them the tough questions.
What we're known for on all throughout DC is asking really insightful, really innovative, and very sometimes hard to answer questions.
There's one thing that you always hear speakers saying, no matter where it is at JSA, and they will always say, that's a good question.
Well, it's always refreshing to meet junior statesmen kids because they ask important questions, well thought out and usually well researched and well documented. They don't ask softball questions. So they remind me sometimes of that White House press corps that I used to see every day when I served for President Clinton. They're all mini Tim Russerts. I've seen a lot of elected leaders come out of sessions with junior statesmen kids like saying, what was that I just ran into? And I think that's a good thing for them because they ought to know that there's a young generation there that really is engaged and wants to know more about the tough choices that we have to make in politics sometimes.
I think it's one of the best programs for young people we have on Capitol Hill. They learn things, they are able to participate, they're able to question some of America's political leaders on every issue. They're exposed to government. I think it's an opportunity that's very significant for these young people, and that's why I come back.
One of the things that's kind of fun about coming back to the Junior Statesman School is you have all these young people asking some very good questions, including some tough questions. And for those of us who've been in press conferences and other similar situations, I was a law professor for a number of years, you appreciate the sharp question, the good question, and one of the things I like particularly is it's always asked in a courteous and in a civil manner. This kind of civilized society that permeates the Junior Statesman program is a very, very valuable example, which I wish would be followed more frequently in adult political activity.
Another really great aspect of the speakers program is that we get to meet one-on-one and up personal with a lot of these speakers.
One of my highlights so far at Georgetown was introducing the Republican senator from Nebraska, Chuck Hagel. It's a pretty surreal moment introducing a senator or anybody in front of JSA for that matter. You've got all the camera flashes going off. You're standing at a podium in rooms which you only usually see on the evening news in Senate buildings. You've got a senator waiting on your side, waiting for you to finish your speech.
You call home into your family, and especially I'm from a small town in Wisconsin, and you call home and it's like, hey mom, you wouldn't believe this. I met, this guy you see on the news all the time, and everyone's in disbelief. The community knows about it, and they kind of wait to hear, when I call back to see what I've done or who I've met. And
welcome, good to see you all.
Great. Nice to meet you.
This is a good way to spend your summer, wearing suits and ties. That's terrific. Welcome. Glad to see you.
The introduction, you can be a little tense sometimes because you are introducing this great senator who represents the entire state of North Carolina. Maybe later in college I get an opportunity to apply for an internship and say, hey, I introduced you one summer.
You're on Capitol Hill. It's a maybe 15-20 minute bus ride, and you're there. You're in the center of everything that you're studying for these 3 weeks. And for me, this was especially great because I got to meet one person that I was so excited about and that I've been so excited about for so many months, Ron Paul. He's a presidential candidate. I met him today. I shook his hand. I got a photo with him. I got a copy of the Constitution signed by him, and it was just not only just any presidential candidate, but the one that I have been so strongly supporting for the past few months, that I've been like preaching about to my classmates. It was just an amazing experience, and this is really the essence of the Georgetown experience. Everything about JSA, everything about summer school was like in that one moment.
One afternoon they're learning about foreign policy on a theoretical level from their professors. The next day they're meeting with diplomats from Saudi Arabia or Israel or Britain. You get that in-classroom experience and the out-of-classroom experience.
At my college, you know, a lot of these people read the theory books, they read all that, they might have read a book about this person, but they didn't get to meet this person. They didn't get to hear from this person. And they didn't get to hear what's actually going on. These kids get to do that, and they get to do it before college. And that's amazing.